Alright Blues fans, you'll want to hear this. After months of waiting, one of our big money signings is finally showing us what he's really made of. And let me tell you, it was worth the wait. He's been under the radar for too long, but yesterday, he absolutely tore Lincoln City apart. What's changed? What's clicked? And can he keep it up? Stick around and make sure you're subscribed, cause this story is just getting started. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. But, let's be honest here. It didn't start off great, did it? Conceding in the first minute, we've all been there thinking, here we go again. Bailey Cadamarteri put Lincoln ahead, and you could almost feel the panic setting in. But this ain't the Birmingham City of old. Chris Davies' men are showing us a resilience we haven't seen in years. 13 points gained from losing positions this season. Let that sink in for a minute. We used to collapse under pressure, but now we're thriving in it. Now, let's talk about Willem Willemson. We've been waiting, haven't we? This is the Willemson we've been hoping to see since we signed him for that big fee. He was tearing up the Dutch league before joining us, and we were all expecting that same level of dominance from day one. But up until now, let's be real, he hasn't fully delivered. Some questioned whether he was going to justify the price tag. But on this day, Willemson finally started to show the football we were waiting for. He was everywhere against Lincoln, terrorizing their defense just like he did in the Eredivisie. His goal early in the second half was clinical, but more than that, his all-around play was sharp, decisive and creative. He didn't just score, he dictated the game. His assist for Casey Anderson's second goal was another moment of quality. This is the player we paid for, and if this performance is a sign of things to come, we're in for a real treat. But here's the question, why is it taking this long for Willemson to hit this level? Was it an adjustment period, or did he just need that one breakout performance to settle into his role? Either way, we're finally seeing the Icelandic talent we were promised, and now it's time for him to keep this momentum going. And speaking of momentum, let's not forget Keshi Anderson, who bagged 2 goals and looked unplayable at times. Fresh off a contract extension, Anderson celebrated in style. But here's the big question, are we becoming too reliant on these comebacks? Don't get me wrong, I'm loving the entertainment, but how sustainable is this in the long term? Is this something that's going to carry us through the season, or are we setting ourselves up for a fall when it matters most? And what about our defense? Christoph Clara was solid, but that opening goal was sloppy. If we want to compete at the top level, we need to start games with a stronger mentality. You can't give teams like Lincoln a head start and expect to climb up the table. We need to be smarter from the first whistle, not just when we're chasing the game. Speaking of which, how many more times is Ryan Alsop going to save us this season? That penalty save was massive. He's becoming something of a specialist, ain't he? It's about time he gets the recognition he deserves. Now let's talk about Alfie May. How unlucky was that shot off the post? A bit more finesse and we're talking about goal of the season. His link-up play with Anderson was sublime, but is he giving us enough in the box? With so much creative talent in midfield, we need our strikers to be more clinical when the chances come. So Blues fans, here's the question. Can we maintain this form, or are we flirting with danger by leaving it so late in games? And is Willemson finally the player who's going to take us to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get this debate going. Do we need a tactical shift, or should we embrace the chaos? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to keep up with all things Birmingham City. Let's keep this momentum going together, both on and off the pitch. Blues till I die.